Bismillah walhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala sayyidil anbiya'i wal mursaleen wa ba'd. Perspective is important both Islamically and from a worldly perspective as well. So when I think about how I view a thing, depending on my attitude towards that thing, I will either benefit or be harmed by it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He reminds us in the Quran, عَسَىٰ أَن تَكْرَهُ شَيْئًا وَهُوَ خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ وَعَسَىٰ أَن تُحِبُّوا شَيْئًا وَهُوَ شَرٌّ لَكُمْ. That you'll come across something in life that you may think is harmful for you, but in the sight of Allah it's beneficial. So change your perspective and don't look at the cup half empty, look at it half full. There are certain things that you think are harmful, but Allah knows that it is beneficial, so change your perspective and think of it in a way that is better in line with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's demands. The one thing that we learn from the life of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was somebody who did not allow for negativity to take over the room. You know how sometimes you'll have a group of friends, you'll sit down and you'll talk, and everything is positive, but there's always one or two people who want to derail the conversation and make it negative. You want to talk about how good life is going, mashallah, Allah has blessed me with so much, and then one person has a laundry list of complaints about life, that this is going wrong, that is going wrong. It automatically dampens the mood. Yes, there's a place to talk negatively, but our general perspective should be positive. When Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam was making the hijrah, he was migrating from Mecca to Medina. On the way, the guide who was telling him which way to go said to him, look, you and Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, when you're going to go to Medina, there are multiple routes. The shortcut is when you go through the mountain pass. There's a mountain, you need to go through the mountain pass, and there's a shortcut over there. However, there's a problem. If you take that shortcut, you're going to bump into two highway robbers who stay there all the time and they take advantage of that shortcut. So when people are in a small group, they will attack, loot, and steal from them. They are so dangerous that people take the longer route because it's safer. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to him, how many people are there? He says, usually there's two. He says, no problem, tawakkal ala Allah, inshallah, we're going to take the shorter route. We need to make it to Medina as soon as possible. Abu Bakr and Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they take the shorter route, and as they're about to enter that area that's notorious for its crime, the Prophet alaihi salam, he stops and he calls out, I know that you are hiding over here, why don't you two come out? And the two thieves, the highway robbers, the bandits, they come out and they say to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, listen, we can either do this the easy way or the hard way. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, calm down. What's your name? The two of them said, listen, we don't know our name. We are known as Muhanan. In Arabic, Muhanan comes from Ihanat. Ihanat means despicable, humiliated. He says, we are known as Muhanan, the two people who are most despicable. Meaning trying to instill fear in the Prophet ﷺ. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam says, La, bal antuma mukarraman. You are not muhanan, you two are actually honored, mukarram from ikram. You are mukarram in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Immediately those two, they drop their guard and they have heard for the first time in their life someone speak positively about them. Instead of looting, stealing from the Prophet ﷺ, they accepted Islam. That is what you call a perspective shift. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam knew that these people, they're doing what they're doing because their entire life, they are being humiliated. If you give them a positive twist to life, they may have a new rope of hope that they can hold on to. So in our lives, in our interactions with one another, we need to learn to be positive, instill hope, and not always try to dampen the mood, derail the conversation. Even if I am going through a tough time, I complain to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I complain to those who are, meaningful to me. Not that I go every single time and I blast my difficulties to the world, because the one who can hear and change my circumstances is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and nobody else. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to be positive in our perspective and allow us to be those people who lighten up the mood and not dampen the mood. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Jazakumullahu khairan wa assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum.